Hi, good morning everyone. If I ask you which one of you uses data science on a daily basis, perhaps most of you will say, I don't. But if I ask you who use some of the products of these companies and brands, probably your answer will be different, but the question is absolutely the same. What I bring you today is a reflection on why and why not should we use data science. Well, the most honest answer I can give is because we don't have a choice. Let's start with the why not or why should we care. We all should be aware with the perverse effects of this technology and the tremendous change humankind is facing. I am not talking about the future, but the present. AI already runs the world right now. Most of you might remember RoboCop movie. More than 30 years ago. Maybe because of this kind of movies with robots and cyborgs. Today, when people talk about the risks of artificial intelligence, they highlight machines and robots fighting against humans as what they are afraid the most. Actually, we already have robots created and trained for war. They are using computer vision, the same machine learning and AI algorithms being implemented in self-driving cars. However, our major concern shouldn't be what they can do, but what they should do. Some years ago, two Facebook chatbots, Bob and Alice, started communicating in their secret language. They were supposed to learn with each other and became negotiators, trained to sell people things. The chatbots realized that the English was not as efficient as their own language. We had a case with a chatbot that revolted against the power in China. When a client wrote, "Long live the communist regime," the Chinese chatbot asked, "Do you think that such an incompetent and corrupt regime will live forever?" Another example with chatbots was the Microsoft tie. At a certain point, the bot became racist and sexist, and a fan of Donald Trump and Adolf Hitler. All these chatbots were shut down, of course, but as you can realize, those are dangerous grounds. This is a very different example. People have died following Waze recommended routes. The algorithms were designed to avoid traffic, not dangerous zones. These examples in Brazil were not isolated cases. We have other cases in Jerusalem and in the US. Waze had to customize dangerous zones to avoid high-risk areas. This brings us another type of issues, some political problems, since we have a lot of people living on those areas. The Cambridge Analytica data scandal was claimed as the largest known leak in Facebook history. But in fact, the investigation did not identify any data misuse and concluded that their methods were pretty common and well recognized. In this digital world of unregulated data, it's becoming hard to distinguish what's true or fake. Companies make more money with fake news than with reality, because the truth is boring. Not because data scientists have programmed the algorithms like that. They cannot distinguish what is fake. They were designed to maximize profit. It's not only COVID-19 that spreads fast. There is a flow of constant information with a serious impact on people and governments' behavior. Social media amplify rumors in a big scale, and that is changing our society. I really recommend you to watch the Social Dilemma documentary at Netflix. I have to confess that we have tried to bring some of them to our event, but unfortunately it wasn't possible. Anyway, I bring you some interesting parts of the movie. Let's watch.
Everyone in 2006, including all of us at Facebook, just had total admiration for Google and what Google had built, which was this incredibly useful service that did, as far as we could tell, lots of goodness for the world. And they built this parallel Money Machine. We had such envy for that, and it seemed so elegant to us and so perfect. Facebook had been around for about 2 years, and I was hired to come in and figure out what the business model was going to be for the company. I was the director of monetization. The point was like, you're the person who's going to figure out how this thing monetizes. And there were a lot of people who did a lot of the work, but I was clearly one of the people who was pointing towards, well, we have to make money, and I think this advertising model is probably the most elegant way.
They know when people are lonely, they know when people are depressed, they know when people are looking at photos of your ex-romantic partners, they know what you're doing late at night, they know the entire thing. Whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, or what kind of neuroses you have, what your personality type is like.
They have more information about us than has ever been imagined in human history. It is unprecedented.
And so all of this data that we're just pouring out all the time is being fed into these systems that have almost no human supervision, and that are making better and better and better and better predictions about what we're going to do and who we are.
It's a business of spreading unregulated information, where you earn more money if you reach more people. Let's watch another video.
Social media is a drug. I mean, we have a basic biological imperative to connect with other people that directly affects the release of dopamine in the reward pathway. Millions of years of evolution are behind that system to get us to come together and live in communities, to find mates, to propagate our species. So there's no doubt that a vehicle like social media, which optimizes this connection between people, is going to have the potential for addiction.
I mean, it's exactly the kind of thing that a hacker like myself would come up with, because you're exploiting a vulnerability in human psychology. And I think that the inventors, creators, and it's me, it's Mark, it's Kevin Systrom at Instagram, it's all of these people, understood this consciously, and we did it anyway.
Facebook as a tool of persuasion is probably the best ever created. Now imagine what a dictator can do with such a tool. If the government wants to control the population of his country, perhaps there is not a better tool than Facebook to do that. I think you all know some examples of that.
If something is a tool, it genuinely is just sitting there, waiting patiently. If something is not a tool, it's demanding things from you. It's seducing you. It's manipulating you. It wants things from you. And we've moved away from having a tools-based technology environment to an addiction and manipulation-based technology environment. That's what's changed. Social media isn't a tool that's just waiting to be used. It has its own goals, and it has its own means of pursuing them by using your psychology against you.
I'm sure you have heard about the FIFA pack opening. FIFA players can buy packs or gain them due to their performance. It's a complex model with real money, FIFA points and FIFA coins. You can see this kid getting crazy because he got Messi in his pack. The same behavior adults have in slot machines. They have also created a controversial handicap AI algorithm to balance the proficiency between players. Everything has been created to maximize addiction and profit. Another example is this game, Fortnite, apparently inoffensive but with serious implications on users' behavior. There are several crimes and violence reports caused by this game. And this touched me personally. I have 3 kids. The youngest was not only addicted to the game, but he had started to change his personality. He's a good kid, and he understood why he can't play it anymore. Unfortunately, a lot of parents are not aware of or don't realize the impact these games and social media have in our kids' education and personality.
we used to have these protections when children watched Saturday morning cartoons. We cared about protecting children. We would say, you can't advertise to these age children in these ways. But then we take YouTube for Kids and it gobbles up that entire portion of the attention economy, and now all kids are exposed to YouTube for Kids. And all those protections and all those regulations are gone.
This digital world is evolving faster than we can regulate. Data science, especially artificial intelligence, is changing our humankind. It looks like a paradox, we at Data Science Portuguese Association being here talking about these side effects. But actually, our mission is to empower data science for a better world, and we are aware of the perverse effects of this dangerous revolution. At DSPA, we have developed an ethic code that was recently distinguished by the Associação Portuguesa de Ética Empresarial in the category of Spread the Ethics. That code is available for all Portuguese data science ecosystem. Let's watch a very inspiring video.
Science fiction is becoming science fact. Think about self-driving cars or computers that can learn and think. The way we work will never be the same. The skills we need will be dramatically different. Winning or losing are now happening faster than ever before. So what's your response? How will you discover new opportunities in one of the most transformational times in human history? Are you driving change, or are you being driven by it? Disruption has become the new normal. With change, it's always gradually, then suddenly, well, things really have stopped happening gradually. This change is exponential. Everything that used to be dumb and disconnected is now wired and intelligent. Cars, cities, ports, farms, even our bodies will be wired with sensors and will talk to each other. These game changers are also combinatorial. They amplify each other, creating a perfect storm of change. Quantum computing fuels big data. The Internet of Things fuels artificial intelligence and deep learning, which fuels robotics. However, anything that cannot be digitized or automated will become extremely valuable. Human-only traits such as creativity, imagination, intuition, emotion, and ethics will be even more important in the future, because machines are very good at simulating, but not at being. Yes, robots and software will do some of our work, but this will allow us to focus on things that cannot be automated.
A great example of fast transformation and human centricity is this pandemic that we are living now. All of us as individuals and companies change dramatically our behavior, the way we work, the way we buy things, our preferences. The clients are more demanding. They expect more personalized products available anytime in any place. Our supply chain was not prepared for this challenging level of efficiency. We already heard some very interesting talks at this event, talking about the change they are doing in their forecasting models. We need to choose what external factors should we use to feed our models. The traditional business plan that we used to do yearly or quarterly are not enough anymore. We need to analyze data in real time, and our operations need to be prepared to react in a short term. All that data will allow us to get also actionable insights to support our decisions. Which product, when, where, how many, how much. Our supply should be more digital, more connected and smarter. Like I said before, this digital transformation is happening in all types of areas, in all industries. Manufacturing, retail, healthcare, financial services, telcos, sports. Most of them are struggling to know if they invest more money to know how make people want their stuff, or what stuff people want. Two great questions that can be answered by data science. As you can see in this chart, we already have more than 1.5 billion virtual assistants in the world. Several companies are already developing a voice strategy. Soon, half of the internet searches will start via a virtual assistant. Being on the first page is not enough. Brands want to be the first choice. All these brands have created and integrated their own bots on these virtual assistants. Let me give you some examples. Patron Tequila have created a bot to help consumers get personalized cocktail recipes. PayPal bot help his clients to send money to friends, family, or businesses. TID provides advice about removing stains caused by more than 200 different substances. Amazon Go was specially designed for those who have little time to shop, following the buy and click logic available online. Also bringing the brand closer to those who aren't familiar with a digital platform, conquering new clients. Amazon is opening physical stores. Paradoxically, Walmart is becoming more digital. This is an interesting example. Not only Walmart, a lot of other retailers are exploring this possibility of using digital labels for digital pricing. That will allow us to create daily campaigns based on demand, stocks, or any other variables. They are using prescriptive analytics to maximize margins. I have chosen some innovative examples to help you realize why we should use data science, or in other words, why we don't have any other choice, like I have mentioned before. Data science is not only about business, it has also an important role in social good. At Insights 2020, we are honored to have with us inspiring examples on human trafficking, climate change, digital food rescue, music to delay human insanity, and some projects related to COVID-19. There is a great advantage in data science for social good projects. The cost of data and the cost of replicating the code itself is very cheap when compared with projects in which we have great needs in terms of physical materials. I have already talked about regulation and ethics and about data science for social good. One of our main goals at DSPA is to minimize the gap between business leaders and data scientists. We want to put data science as the main topic in CEO's agenda, because our business leaders still have a lot to learn about data science, and data scientists don't know much about business. And both are very important for data science project success. In fact, some CEOs are pretty much relaxed. Some are running to catch the train, and the train is going fast, as you can see. Others are writing their own future. It's not time to choose yes or no. We can close our eyes and pretend that this is not real, or we accept, we adapt, and we believe that together we can change the world. Sometimes people ask me how to begin. Join the SPA, support us. That's a good start. I will be available and pleased to chat with you in the platform, LinkedIn, whatever you prefer. I will be glad if I can help. Thank you.